It's Josie's boy.
Look, man, this nigga took 2 dates to the dollar show. Look, we went to the dollar store and bought snacks. We bought snacks for the movie. Stuck the snacks in, didn't pay.
Hey, no, I gotta say, you gotta say what the snacks was, nigga. We bought a box of zebra cakes.
Hey, man. We bought our own snacks and snuck in. We let them pay for themselves, and then we snuck in. Like we was like, "Oh, y'all go ahead, we can go to the bathroom." So they got tired of waiting for us, so they paid for this $1, nigga.
Our shit was
we had money in our pocket.
Yeah.
My generation, when I was growing up, our shit was we would pay to get into the movies. We'd go see a movie, then right after that movie, we'll go walk in to see another movie.
Yeah. We found out. We found out.
That's what we used to do.
That was. I'm gonna keep
That's
it real.
what we used to do.
My mom started that. That was a birthday tradition.
For real?
My mom would tell me on my birthday what you want to go see, and I tell her what I want to go see, and she would say, "What you want to see after that?" And we leave out of one movie. Listen, every year. My sister will tell you, because they did it on her birthday too, because they usually go see the same 2 movies on my sister's birthday.
That's dope.
My birthday is November 30th. Her was December 15th.
It's like dumb, but
And my mom kicked this off too, and we loved it. Nigga, we go.
You understood it.
My mom would go in her purse and pull McDonald's out. And I'd be in the motherfucking movies eating motherfucking McDonald's, and then go to the next movie and get popcorn.
But that's how my stepdad was.
Always
My stepdad hated buying food at the movie theater.
be looking like,
that shit is expensive. That motherfucker, we go right to McDonald's or something, or my mom would cook or something. She put the styrofoam, she put the shit with the containers and shit. Put that shit in her purse. Go in there, pull them motherfucking chicken sandwiches out and shit. My stepdad
y'all filled your bag up in Giant Eagles and you put a little hole, like you hold all the top candy up at the top, and you put the other candy on the mattress thing. He said, come out with the sticker on.
That's crazy,
Yeah, I used to do that.
Hey, for years I always thought that candy in the grocery store was free. When I was a little kid, I thought that shit was free.
I used to stay going over there pulling shit out.
It wasn't until I got a beating.
Yeah.
Beating.
It ain't till you get caught. It ain't wrong till you get caught.
But that movie shit.
When I used to go to Giant Eagles with my mom, this was around the time when they had the beepers with the gum in them. Remember that shit? The fake beepers with the gum in them? Every time we went to Giant Eagles, I would take one. And my mom never noticed until one day I took one, and I'm walking outside and I'm eating a piece of gum. She's like, "Where'd you get that at?" I said, "At the counter." So they, "What the fuck you mean at the counter?" I said, "Mom, I take one of these every time. Don't nobody say nothing." She made me go back in there and snitch on myself.
That's cause one of the memory detectors back then.
Look, man, I was mad as fuck, yo. But I used to think that shit was free too,
man.
Before I forget, speaking of movies. We're going to start doing movie reviews. The first one we're going to do is Sparrow from the Book of Saw. We went to see that today.
That shit was hard.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Where was it?
Rock,
I'm gonna check it out.
I don't fuck with scary movies.
Listen,
I'm a bitch ass
tell you
when
like
it comes to
this.
scary movies.
Now, don't tell them too much.
No.
We're going to do the review.
No, yeah. All I was saying was to see Chris Rock play the part that he played.
That's what I was concerned about a little bit.
I give it to him.
I keep seeing Pookie, man.
No, but
he's never grew out of Pookie.
I see Pookie.
You know why I was cool watching it? Like, you know why I was ready for him to do something like this? Because
Ratchet for him.
you ever see Fargo?
I heard that's
Nah.
dope.
There's a series. And
Yeah, I know there's a series. Yeah.
last season was based on
I heard Fargo.
a mafia war in Kansas City between niggas and Italians. And Chris Rock played a black mafia boss.
Yeah, I did see him.
So I watched the whole season of that with him in a serious role.
Yeah, I did.
So I was like, because I'm not gonna lie, when I watched him in a couple episodes of Empire, me and my son was watching it, right? And I'm sitting there like just watching it, and I hear my son in the corner like, and I was like, what's wrong with you? Here you go, Dad. I know this is serious, but it's Chris Rock.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? And he fell out laughing,
Yeah,
like it was like, and it was funny, like so. But after seeing him in the Fargo shit, like. You know, it wasn't weird for me to see him in some, and he played a good role.
He played.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx is tough.
Like,
I never took Day serious neither.
for real?
Never took Mike Epps serious. And he's like one of my favorite comedians.
But he's good
He
as
was
a
a
serious
resident
actor.
Yes, but
And he actually did play Richard Pryor in a movie already.
for real.
It's just not a big role.
I wish they would
That's
let
a
him do the
Nina
movie.
Simone movie.
Yeah, that ain't-
Zoe Saldana did a
You know who
Nina
they trying to
Simone,
get a Richard
and he
Pryor
did
role
Richard
to?
Pryor in there.
You know he competed with Richard Pryor?
Nick Cannon, Marlon.
Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
Man, Mike Epps look like Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
When he grow his fro, he look
No,
just like
here
him.
goes what's funny though. You guys see him without no mustache. He looked like a young Richard Pryor.
Yes. He's like my favorite. Martin is my two favorites.
In movies, Mike Epps is my favorite in movies.
His stand-up's not that good.
Shitty.
No, I stand.
I keep it real.
He
His
keep
stand-up
doing
is
the one
shitty.
arm nigga though.
But what's funny, I keep laughing at that
Yeah.
simple ass shit. It's just
Hey.
he's not real seasoned. He's not real seasoned.
He don't have
as
no
a
writers though.
stand-up.
He do all his shit
Yeah,
himself.
and I think he freestyles a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else that do movies is way more seasoned, and the stand-up
Man,
is way
too,
more
when they go
dope.
see Pops down there.
Oh my
He was
God.
funny than the
He
motherfucker,
was
boy.
crazy.
Do y'all
It was
know I'm
crazy.
gonna give up? I'm gonna give up some game right here because you know I'm not the type that don't give it up to where my inspirations come from, or if I bite some shit. Cause my Josie's Boy Records logo,
Yeah.
I straight bit the design of that from Death Row Records.
Yeah, the black and red.
The way it's Death Row Records with the electric chair in the middle.
Yeah.
I got Josie's Boy Records with me and my mom in the middle. Like it was from
I
the
got some
Death.
truth shirts.
You know what I'm saying? Now the red.
Throw that logo.
Now the red color isn't for Death Row. Red's my mother's favorite color.
Yeah. And we
So
use
that's
black
why
and
we
red
wrote-
too. Though.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
always use black and red.
Yes, that was
We
one of our
always
main
use,
colors.
yeah, that was one of our main colors,
Like,
black
even
and
what
red.
you saying, like your logo still looks unique. Like,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
me,
yeah.
like, all of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that was
like,
dope. That was the
You know what I
dope
mean?
one.
I thought it was a picture that you took of like you and your mom like walking. Like that's what I used to always think. The logo.
Yeah. It's just a silhouette, like
Yeah.
yeah. But I got the inspiration for the cooking like a motherfucking scene in Loud Summer Nights. You know where I got that from? John Witherspoon had an internet show called Cooking for Poor People. And he did an episode and taught you how to make hoe cakes.
Oh,
Remember that shit from Hollywood Shuffle? Hoes gotta eat
They
too.
could have made a movie out of
Well,
that,
he
man.
really did an episode and taught you how to make hoe cakes. He would do shit like fried chicken. Like, you know what I'm saying? He would just make nigga shit, and it was called Cooking for Poor People.
They could have made a movie out of Hollywood.
And I used to watch it. And remember I said I wanted to do the Ghetto Network thing. Remember it was just going to be a commercial for Ghetto Network. Like the original idea was when they came in, I was going to be watching a commercial for Ghetto Network. And they was going to be like, what you watching? Ghetto Network. I just ordered the app, you know, whatever. And then while see, motherfuckers don't understand, I came up with a whole bunch of shit while we were filming. We were already filming the movie, and we was getting ready to shoot that, and that's when I came up with the idea for Cooking Like a Motherfucker. And we actually filmed Cooking Like a Motherfucker after. That was like one of the last things we did. Like the whole movie was done. Like we was talking about though,
Brother, couple lines.
about hip hop. Well, I say about this nigga because he's a young nigga, and he used to come to me. You know what I mean? Hear shit.
Do y'all listen to older dudes?
He do. And he would bug out. Like I would play him my album, and he would be like, "When did this come out?" And I'd be like, "88," and he'd be like, "What?" Like, and he would bug out like that shit came out in 80 fucking 8. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The reason why is because, see, if y'all don't, if y'all watch the movie, you know what I'm saying, y'all know motherfucking, shit, what was Michi's name in the goddamn movie?
Quiet Storm.
Quiet Storm. All we did was listen to R&B music. That's all my family listened to was R&B music. The only time I listened to rap music was when my brother listened to it. You know what I'm saying? Every morning I woke up at 6:30 in the morning to my brother playing fucking Monica. Playing Monica, getting ready for school. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
That's me. I'm
my brother was young as hell at the time, but he's one of the youngest. He's one of the big time drug dealers at a young age. But so he's my idol. So I'm looking at this nigga like he's like this is the hardest motherfucker I know. Yeah. And I'm waking up 6:30 in the morning listening to Kicking It With You. And this nigga's getting ready for school. Loading up his clip.
Remember this nigga from Boot Camp Clip when he said in one verse, "I'm a rap nigga, but I listen to R&B."
So me growing up, all I listened to was R&B. Something like how y'all was saying something about like Pittsburgh and listen like West Coast artists. I didn't really hear East Coast artists. The only East Coast artists I heard was Pac and Biggie and the niggas down south, No Limit. Yeah. Other than that, it was everybody on the West Cost. But I barely listened to them. Yeah. I barely listened to them. If you say anything about No Limit, Pac or Biggie, I know. But anybody else, I don't know. So whenever I started doing music, and I'm like, all right, well, I want to perfect my craft before I put anything out. I just don't want to put anything out. I want to learn how to write music because when I do this shit, this is not just for play. Yeah. This is not just to show motherfuckers I can do this. This is for me to be able to take care of my kids and my family. Yeah. So I needed to, learn my craft. I needed to, you know what I'm saying? I needed to study the greats. Like, so when I'm up over here, like, cuz, like, you know what I'm saying, put me on this shit. And then when I'm hearing shit that they said back in 88, that's equivalent to what niggas is saying right now. Oh my fucking God, what?
Niggas always been selling dope, guys.
Yeah. That's the biggest hustle in the black neighborhood.
It's crazy because just a couple weeks ago, I heard fucking Yayo by Raekwon for the first time.
For real?
A lot of them songs was new to me too.
That's another reason why I love Drink
Champs. Go further back.
But that's why I love Verses and I love Drink Champs because now he's a new Raekwon and Ghostface fan watching the Verses. You see what I'm saying?
Go back to Cool G Rap. Listen to Cool G Rap. Yeah. And this was you talking about early 80s maybe?
Cool G Rap, like
everything they're talking about. He already said it. He already talked about it. He talking about the rims, the wheels, the cars, the jewels,
all that
everything.
Shit.
Everything.
Wait, I'm about to bring up. But if you listen to his flow back then, it was on.
You said Cool G Rap. I want to get the year right before.
Did y'all watch? Did y'all watch the MC Serge Drink Champs?
Yes.
Did y'all hear what Russell Simmons said?
Nah.
Russell turned down signing Nas because he said
sound too much
he sound like G-Rap and G-Rap don't sell records.
Okay, wait. 1992. You remember the shit he said on streets of New York?
Nah. Let's play it.
Cool G-Rap in the streets of New York. I probably could play it, but we probably can't play it on this shit. No, but I'll play it real quick. I'll just edit it out real quick. I'll just play it real fast. But
G-Rap was ahead of the game.
He was definitely hard.
And it just goes to show that, like, these cats, they ain't invent nothing.
No. And
they ain't invent nothing.
Nothing at all. And then what's crazy is they all think that their flow is new. Like, your flow is nothing new.
And they don't respect their elders.
And that's the worst. That's one thing that's what I hate. Like,
that's the worst.
If you are an R&B singer, you have to pay homage to your ancestors. You have to pay homage to everybody who done it before you. If you doing hip hop, you have to pay homage to everybody before you.
You can't say you don't know who Pac and Biggie is and you rap.
Right.
But now, like I was saying before, when we was off cam and shit, how the fuck can you be in hip hop and not have love for Run DMC, LL Cool J?
I was LL. I was LL.
How can you
You know what I'm saying? I was LL.
First of all,
9 years old at the Fresh Festival.
first of all,
I think more
them
people need
motherfuckers
people like
play.
him to play them jams for them. Like the younger people, like he did that shit for me the way he played shit.
But see, the
Right.
problem,
People need more
the
people
problem
like
is
that.
the old
So they
heads
could
too busy
respect
fitting
them.
in
Kind of
instead
like
of school
almost
and
like hip hop teacher.
Cause when you when my
yeah,
brother
because we
playing
too
some
busy
shit,
fitting in instead of schooling the young niggas.
my brother used to listen to shit and be like, nigga, you don't know what this is, nigga? This is fucking MC8, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Like, you know, I was like, damn, I need to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I didn't
I
know.
needed to know.
Like, I'm
Because
disrespecting.
and that's crazy
Shout out
because
to MC8.
that's crazy because I didn't know that MC8 played in the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I didn't know that was in the movie until I was hitting with him and we sitting here
Oh,
watching
you
the
didn't
movie.
know?
I didn't know.
Wax was a rapper.
But what's crazy is years ago I was on the
I know
bus
until I got older.
and somebody was telling somebody on the bus about the movie Thicker Than Water, and they said, "You ain't never see that? Fat Joe's in it.
Yeah.
The nigga A-Wax from Menace. They didn't even call him MC8. He was the nigga A-Wax from Menace.
Yeah, I didn't know he rapped this shit. Like when the song came on, I'm like, damn, who's that? It's like, that's A-Wax. I'm like, wait, that's the nigga in the movie
Straight up
rapping?
Menace. The song from the movie.
Yeah.
I've always
Oh,
been the
shit.
oddball out of our crew as far as music wise because I always kind of went against the grain. Like I was Cash Money before anybody was Cash Money.
Right.
Oh heck, shit! I was a hot boy. I was Hot Boys Out. I was Hot Boy. I was Guerrilla Warfare was my
He
shit.
played that tape everywhere.
Yeah.
You remember, I always used to ask you after your dig would go off, I'd always be like, "Dude, could you rewind that back?"
Guerrilla Warfare was my I mean, you know, and I was
Hey,
like,
remember we saw Ice Cracker? What's that thing in his throat?
yeah.
What's that thing on his throat? What's it called? Sick Uncle.
Yeah. But
And what's crazy is when I was before he started showing me, before he started schooling me on like the old heads, like when I was growing up, my favorite artist was Lil Wayne, Juvie, Pac, you know what I'm saying, and then R&B singers, like you know what I'm saying. Once he started schooling me, like Cube, all the motherfuckers, all the motherfuckers, like.
I started rapping because I thought that was gonna be the way I was gonna get to meet Michael Jackson. I love for real. On everything.
Listen,
That's dope.
me doing when I found out I was able to do music.
When I seen
ain't gonna
Jay-Z
lie,
on
I just
stage
wanted to
with him,
fuck
I
some
said,
bitches.
what?
I want Holly
You could
Berry.
meet him too.
Nigga said he rap for the business.
He sounded like this.
Well, see, that's that R&B side of them. You
That's
know
the
what I'm
R&B
saying?
side.
That's the R&B side.
But that's you know what I'm saying. Vivica A. Fox, fucking Megan Good, fucking Holly Berry.
Yeah.
When I first
Queen
looked up for
Latifah, you
him,
admit to being
and
a
some
whore?
music shit,
For a
right?
long time.
I admit to
I'm
being
sorry.
a
I'm thinking he just came from jail, all this shit. So I'm thinking like, I'm gonna give him all these hard beats and shit. He coming to me with all these soft jam bites and
Because listen,
lights around the globe, girl, baby, let's go, and all this shit.
the biggest
I'm
fan,
like,
anybody listen.
Cuz, you don't want to do
Every
this.
artist fan base, every artist's biggest fan base is the fucking females.
Yes.
It's females and white people.
I'ma say this.
Females and white people. I don't want the bitches.
Geek, when we was doing music was crazy though too is we was so heavily influenced by this one group that our first shit we ain't have nothing for the bitches on there. But what's crazy is we had songs, we wrote songs for women, but we didn't put none of them on our first tape because we was mob deep out.
But that was mainly you now.
And all our
Dude, they tell me the other day he was Strangle P. Little nigga talking all this shit.
Hey, you know, I have a problem with these little dudes. They popping all this stuff all the time. You know what? But you know what? I just started listening to him. I liked him because of his persona. Then I hated him for the same reason. But but I just started listening to what he was saying.
That murder music and
Godfather Part 3
and that Hell on Earth.
Crazy.
That Hell on Earth, we had that on repeat.
But the problem is they can't really fight.
Yeah, man.
That's
You ain't,
niggas
you ain't no little nigga popping all this stuff off to me, man. You know,
I'm gonna tell y'all the dopest hip hop bar to me ever.
See, that's why if we would have got in back then, I always said if we had the internet, we would have blew up back then. We'd have probably beat up a lot of your favorite rappers. There would probably be stories about us beating
My
up a lot of
favorite
your
hip hop
rappers.
bar.
Because
ever.
he'd have probably had.
If I got on.
You know how they say smack your favorite rapper or
He's 50 Cent.
K-Say Slay. Remember how K-Slay say smack your favorite DJ? He would be knock out your favorite rapper.
He's 50 Cent. Everything 50 Cent is too is.
No. We would be doing the trolling and the shit starting.
And he'd be
the one knocking everybody the fuck out.
my favorite. Hey, don't let them boys fool you. They the ones that chase people up and down alleyways and stuff. Not me. Not me.
You knocked him out though.
Not me. Don't let them fool you.
My favorite hip hop bar
It
ever.
was like Yadiba.
Yeah.
Nah.
My favorite hip hop bar ever. Jay-Z told one of my favorite rappers, Prodigy, I got money stacks bigger than you little fuck. He said, I got money stacks. Twinkle toes, you killing me.
I
was so mad at her for that.
That was the song I love to hate. Because that song was so fucking dope to me, but he was destroying like two of my favorites.
Yeah.
Like outside of Run DMC and EPMD, like Run DMC, Mobb Deep, and EPMD is like my favorite fucking groups. You know what I'm saying? Nas, Big Daddy Kane, and Ice Cube. Or like,
he said, Twinkle Toes, you killing me.
I was so mad.
Like Twinkle Toes because he found out he was a ballet dancer.
Listen, I was so mad. I'm listening. I used to listen to the song
You know
like
that?
this.
No.
Jay-Z, Ashanti and Prodigy was in a ballet class together.
But look, what it was is Prodigy's grandmother had a dance studio.
And Ashanti,
but they did a performance and they was dressed in like Michael Jackson outfits and shit. Like Jay said ballerina, Jay said ballerina, and got everybody thinking Prodigy was like everybody picture Prodigy in the shit. They pictured him in a tutu on his toes and shit.
He gonna defend Prodigy. He gonna defend Mobb Deep. He gonna defend Mobb Deep. He said, hey, this nigga said he had Michael Jackson suits on and shit.
that nigga was on his toes like this.
Look, but I used to be listening to the Takeover like this. Fuck Jay-Z, bitch.
Hey, yo,
Because I love that song and did that.
Hey, he said,
Kanye. Y'all know Kanye West made that.
He said, Twinkle Toes, you killing me.
Hey, Nas got him for everybody.
Our earlier days with music was crazy because we went through so much of our own trying to learn. Like, you ever buy a drum machine or anything from the store and they come with that book like this? Yeah. You ever read the book? You ever read it? Man, look,
that motherfucker for months.
Hey, we'd be up in my room, the sun would be coming out because we'd be trying to figure out how to use the machine without reading the book. Because the book confuse you more than anything.
I'll never read the book.
Remember when I bought my MC303?
Yeah.
I had the motherfucker for. I remember I talked to Bubby the day I bought it. I had it for about 2 months. Bubs called me one day and be like, "What you doing?" And I was like, "Shit, chilling." He's like, "I'm trying to come through. I know you got a bunch of bangers." And I was like, "Hell nah, nigga." He was like, "Why?" I was like, "Man, I ain't made shit yet, man." He was like, "Why?" I was like, "I don't know how to use it."
Exactly.
This is what he said. "It ain't come with the book."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, man, but
he's one of those.
I ain't read that motherfucker." So Kiefer said, "I'm on my way, man."
Yeah.
Bubs came through and was at my crib, no lie, about 15, 20 minutes. and we already had a motherfucking beat made.
Yeah, he's a genius.
I had a motherfucking
he's
beat
one
made.
of those.
Yeah.
Shout out to KO, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah,
once again to the
yeah.
Dangerous family.
Right.
But yeah, man.
He's a genius.
We had this machine called, it was a Yamaha, it was called the RY30.
Yeah.
That was like our favorite. So we figured out that you can tweak
Nigga,
certain
shout out to
tones.
you because I'm a producer because
Yeah.
of you. Nah,
Hey,
because he taught me, he figured out how to use the shit. Just from
That
playing
too, but
with it for a
everybody in
long
the
time.
neighborhood borrowed that though.
But he taught me how to use the thing. And then the first time that I was at the crib and made like 3-4 beats in a row that we was like, ooh, writing songs to, he was like, hey, take that motherfucker to the crib, man. He was like, just fill it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I would do, fill the memory up, and we take the ones we would like, erase the ones we didn't, you know what I mean? And I fill that motherfucker up again. Then whenever he would get the itch to make beats, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
bring it back. He
It had
make
a tuner on it though. It had a tuner on it for every instrument inside the data bank of the machine. You can tweak the sound to it, to
Yeah.
each one for a different beat, for different drum tune, for different whatever. You can tweak it, and we figured out. But we didn't know how to
Because the
do it and save it. So we had to. There was numbers that came up on the screen. Remember that notebook we had? For every song we had to write the numbers down of how we tweaked that particular instrument to make that sound that we wanted. So we wrote every single
Because we damn near made complete beats with something that you couldn't make complete beats
No.
with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but that was just for the drum tracks and shit.
And straight up though, some of our earlier stuff compete with Havoc, man. No lie. Some of that
He
stuff.
didn't have no bass in his.
No, some of that stuff we did when we were performing down the Weeby. What was that little tape we had? What was that called?
Look. He didn't have no bass.
We had the little moon on it.
live from the Capitol.
Live from the Capitol.
Because we used to call Homestead the Capitol HST, and we just shortened it
Some
for
of
the
the
Capitol.
But see, that's crazy.
Dangerous.
That's crazy. Y'all said that. Yeah, that's crazy. Y'all said that name. Like the name of y'all mixtape was Live from the Capitol because me and him did a mixtape. It was Live from the Track. Y'all
That's crazy.
Y'all called y'all hood the Capitol. We called our hood the Trap. Y'all got a mixtape called Live from the Capitol. We got a mixtape called
Man,
Live
this
from the
nigga
Trap.
won talent
That's
shows
crazy
with
as
that
fuck.
tape.
Yeah. But remember that one song, Live from the Capitol, they had that.
Think about it.
That's
Live
crazy.
from the Capitol.
The thing-
Boom, I remember
The
that
second
shit.
Mobb Deep album that had no bass on it.
Nah, it was just, our craziest
Even
moment though
Future
as a
beats.
crew, to me, was
Temperatures rising. He had no bass in that.
Almighty Records was big. 2Gs. You see 2Gs, they were huge in the Berg at one point. Huge.
No, they was doing their thing.
Yeah. So they put together this tour, this citywide tour, and this compilation CD. So when they came to Homestead, last minute, we got invited on to the show. We didn't know what we was going to do. So we rumbled down to Bubby's house, we on KO's house, and he got the stuff, and he pulled some music out, and then he started putting this, remember that? Then he dropped the beat in, we was like, oh snap, we created a whole song right there, and went and performed it.
But remember, we set it off with Armed and Dangerous.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
You know what's
But
dope?
they came to the hood because a bunch of Homestead artists performed that day because they was going to different.
It's Josie's boy. It's Josie's boy.